A decent start to life at Worcester City last year, winning the league at an absolute canter and also winning the FA Vase at Wembley. Not too shabby. I guess what you could say, though, is that maybe I've set the standard now for the rest of the save, which is worrying. A new league to play in this year then, the Southern League Division 1 Central, Tier 8 of the English Pyramid, and alongside footballing powerhouses such as Welwyn Garden City and Biggleswade and Didcot.
Winnersh, Taplow.
But with last season's success fresh in the memories, Season 2 started the way that Season 1 did, with me scouring the free transfers list looking for absolute ballers. At least ballers for this level anyway. One very minor issue as we romped home to the title last season in the Midland Prem was our players getting knackered. The hectic schedule of playing on a Wednesday and a Thursday meant that a small squad led to us dropping points in 1 or 2 games. My idea for the second season then would be to bring in some high quality players and keep hold of most of the squad from last season, that way bulking it out slightly as well as adding that little bit of extra quality. One definite outgoing though was Lewis Salter, who I released at the first opportunity after Sean left this comment on a previous video because I care about my viewers. Solidarity, Sean. Solidarity. First few players through the door would definitely improve us. Welcome to Freddie Bell in midfield alongside Cartel Dawkins. And then at right back, Luciano Doria Henry would provide a lot of pace and power down that right-hand side. A potential problem did start to emerge though, as some US teams started to circle around our star American striker, Augustus McGiff. You'll remember him from last season where he scored an absolute shed loads of goals alongside our other star striker, Demalio Brown Sterling. Well, anyway, these US teams began to circle around like absolute vultures, and eventually San Antonio would lodge a bid which would cause a real problem. Because inside this bid, they'd also include a friendly match, and our chairman, Steve Good, apparently couldn't turn down the opportunity of a free holiday and accepted it on our behalf. That's annoying, Steve. Annoying. But being the evil genius that I am, I hatched a plan. You see, if we could get Augustus to agree a move to anybody except San Antonio, we would still hold all of that power in being able to cancel the deal, thus keeping Augustus McGiff at our club at least for another year. So that's exactly what we did. We offered him out for transfer, some other teams made bids, and eventually McGiff would accept the deal from Southend United. He got himself all excited, started packing his bag, and then I cancelled the deal, didn't I? I'm sure we're going to cancel. I'm so sorry. Augustus, I'm so sorry to do this. I'm so sorry to do this. But we've finessed you. We're going to cancel. You're going to be so annoyed with this, but it's fallen through. Oh, no. Oh, no. The move. I'm sure that's fine. Flawless plan, right? He's not going to try and leave at the next opportunity. And Steve's not upset with me that I've cancelled his dream holiday to America. I'm sure it's fine. Another issue that we'd run into as we tried to improve our team was, of course, the dreaded work permit problem. It looked at one point like we'd be signing this absolute non-league Van Dijk called Sil Swinkles, only for him not to get the work permit. I really, really hope we don't have to pay the £20,000 that I agreed to pay to try and get him the work permit. If we do, can I just say sorry to the finance department? I'm sorry about that. That was quickly forgotten about though, as we did manage to bring in a brilliant central midfielder in Luigi Gaspar. Yes, that's right. If you recognise the name, it is the son of Arsenal's Edu, thus nicknaming him Baby Edu for the rest of eternity. And sorry about that. I don't make the rules. He'll slot straight into our new midfield and frankly looks brilliant. Following this acquisition, we would actually find our non-league version of Van Dijk in Josh Robinson, who looks way too good for this league. Seriously, why has he agreed to come here? And frankly, am I expecting him to stay here very long? No, surely he gets poached by a better team. Look how good he is. On the first day of the brand new season, our full strength 11 would look like this, continuing with the 4-1-3-2 formation tactic that was so effective last season in winning us the league. But as I assessed the squad, I noticed that we were still clearly lacking at centre-back, at least in terms of cover anyway, and at defensive midfield too. Those would be the last two positions that I would try to go and find to strengthen this team, But even this side right here was easily good enough to win the first few games. In fact, we won every game in the first month of the season comprehensively. We started with a 7-0 win at Highworth and then a 6-0 win against Redditch United. And this really set the tone for the rest of the season. Perhaps also starting to justify why the bookies had made us 1-91 favourites for the league. That is maybe the shortest odds I've ever seen. That is ridiculous. And maybe, is it worth a quid? To round up our transfer business and to plug those gaps that I previously mentioned, I'd make 2 loan signings, the first of which was Joseph at centre-back, 6'5", pure defender. Right there, he will slot straight into the starting lineup. And then at defensive midfield, Tom Yorpenda, brought in from Huddersfield, will easily find himself in that starting lineup as well. We were ready to go now, hopefully, to find that back-to-back title. We were 1-91 favourites. Surely we'd be able to do this. To be honest here, I could try and build up the rest of this league campaign and I could try and add a bit of drama to it, but it was a complete procession. We were winning games so easily. We were so far superior to any other team in this league. We were winning games by 4, 5, 6 goals at a canter, and the players we'd brought in were just so much better than the other players who were playing in this league. It was so easy that I almost felt bad. The Michael Owen meme of "well done, he's 13" comes to mind for this. It was so easy. I'll show you the league table at the end of the video, but just for the rest of this now, just know that in the league, we were winning pretty much every game. An area that did provide drama this season, though, was once again the FA Cup. After our great run to the first round proper last year, the board actually expected us to get there again, which seemed a little bit harsh considering we're a tier 8 team in the English pyramid. But the first round was once again the aim. It was a real chance to make some money for the club, something we desperately needed as somebody was wasting a load of money on work permits for players that we didn't end up signing. But with players' confidence being at an all-time high because of the wins in the league and the quality of the player that we've been able to bring into the club, it did definitely seem like a real opportunity. We entered the competition at the extra preliminary qualifying round, which, by the way, the name of that round is absolutely hilarious. And we beat Trafford 6-0 to progress. Next up was Bristol Manor Farm and a comfortable 6-2 win, followed by South Shields and a 3-1 win here. On we marched past St Albans City 4-2, and then we edged past Buxton by a 0-0. Brown Sterling grabbing the winner in this one. This teed up a tie with Weldstone, and you know what I immediately thought of here, right?
You've got no friends!
But actually, mate, we took 154 fans to Weldstone, and they had a great day because we ran out 5-2 winners. Here's D'Amalio Brown Sterling dispatching the 5th of our goals. And then it started to get serious. The first round proper. We'd get lucky as well and draw a big team in League 2's Crewe Alexandra. We'd really show our mettle by knocking them out 1-0, courtesy of Tom Yorpenda's goal in the first half here. Crewe are a serious team as well, as evidenced by the fact that they went on to finish second in League 2 this season. We'd attracted a capacity crowd at Clayts Lane, full to the brim at 1,300 fans. Annoyingly, this didn't help the finances as much as it could have done had it been an away draw. That would be our hope, though, going into the second round. But it wasn't to be. Whilst we did draw a big team, Charlton Athletic, it would once again be at Clayts Lane. Another 1,300 strong crowd would see us put up a brave fight, but ultimately see us knocked out by a 0-0. Once again, there's always next year. Interestingly, throughout our campaign, I'd also been approached by a couple of teams about taking a new job as manager at a new team. And I mean, no disrespect to Ilkeston here, but the answer's no. And then I don't even really know what a Nantwich is, so that's going to be a no as well. These offers did prompt a new contract though, which I happily signed, so nice one to you, Steve, for that. As previously mentioned, we were absolutely coasting in the league. The only real challenges we were being faced with were if for some reason all of our players were completely knackered for a match like this one here, where look how tired they are going into this game, or if somehow we decided to get all of our players suspended for the same match like this one here. This was for a game against the Met Police though, so I'm just saying I smell some kind of conspiracy. We actually beat them 5-0 anyway, so hold that, Met Police. The last thing to note before I show you how the league campaign actually ended up going was that we once again had a youth intake, of course. It was okay, but not great once again. We had a couple of decent players for this level, I suppose, but I don't expect any of these players to really make any type of impact. And that leads us on to the end of the season. Our league campaign complete. We obviously won the league. We obviously achieved promotion, but it was a little bit more special than that because It was an invincible season, unbeaten for the entire campaign. We actually only dropped points in 3 of our matches. 3 draws, 35 wins. Put that alongside our FA Cup run, and it was another ridiculous season this year. We did drop out of the FA Trophy in the first round, but that doesn't take anything away, I don't think, from what was a sensational season. Somehow our star strikers managed to score even more than they did last year. 58 from McGiff, 56 for Brown Sterling. But we'll end this video on the revelation that both have decided to leave the club this summer when their contracts expire. Those will be 2 alongside what is a huge swathe of that first team squad who see their contracts ending in the summer, meaning it's going to be a bit of a summer of change ahead of season number 3. How will it go? Will we be able to rebuild the squad? Will we be able to continue our upwards trajectory in this Worcester City save? I don't know yet. I guess the only way you're going to find out is by coming back here, subscribing to the channel maybe, and I'll see you at the end of season number 3. Thanks for watching today. Peace.